Olympia DeAgostino and Marie Wrocklage have many things in common. They are both mothers to 8 children, and they were both married for more than 50 years before their husbands passed away. They have spent their lives working tirelessly for the church, and on this, the 10th anniversary of the Bishop's Ball, they are both being honored with the Bishop Murphy Award.
I will. Would you like cereal?
On the third Saturday of every month, hundreds of people fill the basement at the Cathedral of Mary of the Assumption in Saginaw for breakfast.
So I'm going to save this top.
The cathedral is one of several Saginaw area churches that provide food to men, women, and children on Saturdays when the soup kitchen is not serving meals. It's a major undertaking that Olympia DeAgostino coordinates with Grace.
Little tiny Olympia. She's in the middle of it all, and she's watching everything that has to be done, and we all go to her and ask her, what should we do?
You don't know at this time how much you impact people. And I always feel sometime down the road they will say, yes, they were good to me, and they fed me, and they housed me for that length of time.
Reaching out and responding to the needs of others is something Olympia has been doing her entire life. As a young person, she volunteered for a program to spend time with a child living at St. Vincent's Orphanage.
My little guy was named Eddie, and I would go pick him up on Sunday. We would walk from the orphanage back to my house, and we always had a lot of good things to eat. And then we would either go to a movie or just hang around with the neighborhood kids.
Coincidentally, Olympia's future husband, Vincent, lived at that same orphanage for nearly 5 years after his own mother died.
Just kind of a nice connection that I had worked with the orphanage, and then at one time he was one of the residents there.
Olympia and Vincent shared a desire to serve the church and the poor. Their example left a lasting impression on their 8 children.
Is how every Saturday night Mom would rehearse the songs for the following day's Mass on the piano at home, because she was a minister of music at the 9 o'clock Mass at Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Mm-hmm. And at the same time she was doing that, Dad would be reviewing the readings, because he was a minister of the Word. And most importantly, though, was the fact of how they gave. It didn't matter that, like most of us growing up in the 60s and 70s, we didn't have a lot of money, but you still gave. You gave your time, you gave your money, you gave your effort.
Father Andy Booms, rector at the Cathedral of Mary of the Assumption in Saginaw, says her joyful and tireless giving calls others to do more.
This woman is something special. People rally around her, people respect her, and she uses her influence for the benefit of the parish and for the benefit of the poor, and consistently keeps people connected.
She's inspiring. It makes you want to be a better person when you're around her.
If you ask Olympia what motivates her to do all she does, she'll simply tell you she sees a need.
If the need presents itself, what more do I need to show me this is the way to go?
I think the reason why a lot of people look up to my mom and like her so much is her energy and the joy. You can see the joy in her heart when she's helping others. She's not doing it for herself. She's not doing it to say, oh, look at what a great person I am. She's truly doing it out of love of Christ and one another.
She's exactly what our world needs, people who believe in their faith and who want to see their faith make a difference in the world. So keep it up. You might be 85, but I'm not expecting you to retire anytime soon.
Several times each week, students who attend New Lothrup Elementary School are dismissed from regular classes to attend religious education at the Good News Center. While very close to school, it's technically located off campus. It's a unique arrangement that exists today because one mother said yes.
Sister Lois Ann called me and she said, "Marie, I need a coordinator." And I had no idea what a coordinator was. I said to her, would you explain that to me? And she said, "Well, you know, just come on down. We want to talk to you."
Marie learned that with St. Michael's Parish school closing, there was a great need for religious education teachers. She agreed and found a friend to help her.
Marie said to me, "Well, what was I to do? I had a whole house full of kids that needed a Catholic education." And so Marie and Sis Wanling, who was the friend who went with her, they recruited other mothers, and then carloads of mothers started going to Saginaw to take the training so that they would all be able to help with the new religious education program.
Marie remained with the program for decades, teaching students about the Catholic faith and making a lasting impact on their lives.
Marie was one of those people that always cared about you, and always, whenever she saw you, it was like you're still her first grade student. She wanted to know how you were, how your family was doing, and just had a genuine interest and love for everybody.
For her deep faith, Marie thanks her parents.
We were always encouraged morning, noon, and night to say our prayers, and at dinner, of course. And we never missed Mass. They always gave us a good example. We never had harsh words in our family.
In 1945, Marie married Carl Wrocklage.
We went to Chicago for our honeymoon and to Techney, Illinois, where his brother was a priest, Father Bernard Wrocklage, when he was in the Society of the Divine Word. And so we went there to get his blessing. And as we left there a day later, we were coming through a little town outside of Chicago and the war had ended. There were little boys and girls around the street with newspapers screaming, and we stopped and got a newspaper and the war was over. So we knew he'd never have to go back to war. So we always said we stopped the war.
They stopped the war and began their family. Sharon Wrocklage is the first of their 8 children.
It was a busy house, and she pretty much took care of the house, organized us, kept us going. But we were talking earlier, the one thing I remember very much about is that my parents never spoke a negative word about anybody. They were very accepting of people. We grew up not with any negative attitudes towards anybody else.
With an acceptance and love for all people, Marie said yes to another request. She served as her parish's first catechist for SPREAD, Special Religious Education, and continued with the program for 40 years, only reluctantly stepping down last year.
I know that God is with me. I have the comfort of knowing that I'm not alone. I'm just thankful for a happy life.
The stories of Olympia and Marie's selfless giving could go on and on. Each woman has found ways to reach out to those on the fringes of society and to make known the love of Jesus Christ. And at 85 and nearly 95 years old, neither woman is making plans to slow down anytime soon. Olympia and Marie, on behalf of all the faithful of the Catholic Diocese of Saginaw, I congratulate you on being our co-recipients of this year's Bishop Murphy Award. Your service to our diocese has blessed us all. God love you.